Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's a jolly good morning, right?
Yeah.
I have quite a few announcements. Jim Butler is out, and he's where? Is he in Arkansas?
They're on their way back. They're coming back today.
Okay. Well, anyway, you have announcements on the back of your bulletin. Probably the most important one on the back of your bulletin is you need to contact Carol so she can make reservations for the birthdays in March, the fourth Friday at Fry's, where we go and celebrate at 6 p.m. and have dinner and fellowship, and it becomes the Methodist restaurant there. So be sure and do that. April 4th, we have been invited by Memorial Baptist to preview Pilgrim's Progress that will be coming out in the theaters in the summer. It is free. They will take a love donation for missionaries at that point, but it's April 4th at 6 p.m. There's a sign-up sheet if you want to ride in the van. You can sign up if you need transportation. They just need to know how many to count on. April 6th, I'm looking for volunteers to help with the water. It's a big day. That is, we have a wedding here that day, but it's also the citywide 5K Foxtrot. All you have to do is stand at a table, help some of the youth pass out water. Excuse me. We are not even to the sermon yet, are we? So there's a sign-up sheet back there so that we can support the city that way. You'll wear your Methodist shirt so they'll know it's good, solid, healthy, spiritual water. April 14th which is Palm Sunday, which is our Sunday that we have outside. At 1:30, we've been invited by St. Luke's United Methodist Church to Rise Against Hunger. Carol has read the flyer. There are more flyers out here. It's where you go and package food. Right now, they're planning on packaging for 10,000. But Han has asked us to come, and he's asked some other Methodist churches to come to see if we could increase it to 10,000. But it's a production line. You put grains in, you put packages of things in, and you seal it and send it off. And so if you are interested in doing a quick mission project, that is at 1:30 at St. Luke's Methodist. Also, we need sign up for the sanctuary cleanup. We have not had good participation in March, and we have no one signed up in April. So knowing that we will be having visitors and people come with Easter Sunday, if you have time, if you will sign up on the sheet to clean, and you get to pick the day of the week that you want to clean. You just have to clean after Sunday. Also, I think Carol or Dorothy, would one of you like to say something about the training yesterday? We had 22 people from Nolanville go. We had 13 from our church go and attend the Baylor Scott and White caregivers.
Well, it was it wasn't for medical assistance for caregiving, or you can talk. Stand up. But anyway, some of them were there because they thought they were going to learn how to be a caregiver, but it was just how to get the right things to the people. I mean, like picking up prescriptions or going to the grocery store, things like that people that are by themselves and lonely don't have ways to do that kind of stuff. So it was very interesting, and there was one lady that just asked a lot of questions, so she should have spoke.
And we got certificates, and then you got a resource book.
You got a manual, and it talks about a whole lot of different illnesses and stuff in the back, and but hopefully there's going to be one coordinator in in Nolanville, because we're a smaller community, and then we'll branch out and help the ones in the area that need it. But a lot of people, one of the main things I did remember from yesterday was that a lot of people call 911 just to go to the emergency room because they're lonely.
I call 911 just to talk to people, because I've had
49% of the people that go by ambulance from Nolanville and Killeen are in that category. They just want social contact. And so that will save the hospitals a lot of money, but it will give them something, because then you can start saying, oh, did you know we have breakfast on Saturday here? Did you know the first Thursday down at the community center, the city has something for your age? So, it's giving them the resources. It's not caregiving. It's not anything except just calling them on the phone and saying, how's it going today? 1 hour a week. But you'll have more opportunities, those that did not get to go, because we had some that were out sick. But the manual I found when I went through it doesn't leave much out except measles, mumps, and rubella is all I found, that they didn't tell us how to know what it was like. So it was really interesting. Anybody else want to add anything? William went? Everybody, raise your hand if you attended. So you can see,
Yeah, there's also an opportunity to sign up to go to visit them for 1 hour a week.
yes.
If you want to do that too.
But and you don't give any advice. That was the best part for me. You call back to the coordinator calls to Baylor, Scott, and White, and they take care of the issues. So that is a good outreach when we have so many single elderly people in our town. Let's see. I think Bill has an announcement.
You're asking me to make an announcement. In fact, when the pastor tells you something, you do it.
Now, Bill, they beat me up yesterday
I'm
at the
not beating
meeting.
you up, Pastor, believe me. Anybody who's ever been on a walk to Emmaus, would you mind standing up? Please. Those of you who've been on the walk, now look, everybody look around. These folks have been on the walk to Emmaus, and I'm sure they know what I was talking about when I had the opportunity to talk. Go ahead and have a seat. If afterwards you let me put your name and phone number on here. The walk to Emmaus that I was on had over 300 people in there from all over the state. We had Methodists, we had Episcopalian people, we had, what's the one that starts with an E?
Episcopal.
Episcopal, yeah, those folks. And and we had people who were construction people, people who were lawyers and doctors and so forth at this gathering. And so why am I talking about the gathering now when it starts in September the 5th, which is a Thursday night, and goes through Saturday? And there's a thing that happens on Saturday night, and then the participants come home on Sunday. And it's a wonderful thing. We already have 2 people who have applications out, and they're going to fill them out and turn them in. And 1 prospect. If you know anybody that wants to go, okay, just let us know. We'll give them an application.
Men. This one is a man.
This one is man.
A man's walk.
Okay.
Right.
I'll get you the ladies' walk, because they got more ladies coming on these walks than men ever dreamed of coming. For some reason, these walks with the ladies are more, they participate. So, if anybody has any questions, you can ask me or the pastor. I have applications, and is that okay?
That is perfect.
Thank you.
It is a good retreat, a time to be away, and you're taken and pampered. It's almost like a spa resort, physically and spiritually, something that really just regenerates a lot of the things that you know already, but brings them into perspective.
Do you know that, I'm sure you do, but at Glen Lake, and we may want to think about something like this, they have a couples retreat occasionally up there for just couples. And it's a small group of couples, and I haven't been to it, but I've heard great things about it.
And we can look into that. This is the immediate one coming up, and that's why I've asked Bill to chair this and bring it around. Okay, let's see who's had a birthday.
Kara?
You have to stand. Anybody else? Pat, stand up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christopher. Happy birthday to you.
What about anniversaries? Any anniversaries? Okay, the blessing jar. Anybody have some praises to share?
Because I thought of another one.
Oh,
So I don't have on green, I have on purple, but that's because last year we had the Domestic Violence Awareness Ball, and I was blessed to go. This year I was blessed to go and be honored as a survivor, which I'm very grateful for, because there's so many stories, even ones I've heard this weekend, of individuals who don't survive that. And I was just so very pleased to have our mayor from Nolanville. That was a surprise. Although he did remember me, but we spoke. But our mayor from Nolanville come. The mayor of Colleen is always there. And then, many other officials, police chiefs and so forth. giving us information. And so anyway, I was just very thankful. And I was very grateful that our mayor, spoke about implementing here in Mullinville a day to make aware domestic violence, make awareness of domestic violence. And so that's for this, that's for that ball, and I was grateful to go. And then you talked about retreats, and you're talking about Emmaus, and I don't remember if I shared last week, but very thankful to have been able to go to the United Methodist Women's Spiritual Growth Retreat last weekend in Cleburne at the Arrowhead Camp, and that was very refreshing time, so very thankful.
And you had a good turnout there, didn't you, Ann?
Yes, we usually do, but it was very big turnout.
I heard it was larger this year than last year.
It was larger than ever before. It was very nice.
Yes, Bill?
I hear you laughing. Sandy had her procedure Tuesday, and everything came out, I shouldn't say everything came out. I'm sorry. Everything, I'm sorry.
It went well.
Yeah, everything, thank you. It went wonderfully well, and all that sweat and tears I had beforehand was for naught. Thank y'all for the prayers, because that's what counted. Thank you.
Amen. Actually, nothing came out. It wasn't the dentist. I forgot the dentist.
So this week, we've all been praying for my friend Leroy, and this week he got a message from his doctor on Monday, and he'd had blood work the week before, and the doctor says, good news, that hepatitis C is barely detectable in the blood. I recommend you continue treatment to get rid of any remaining hep C. So, the medicine is working, actually the prayers are working, because, this is a man that 2 years ago said, I'm in